Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today we're looking at Old Malt Cask, Benrinnes. This was distilled in 1992 January and bottled in December 2010. It's one of 407 bottles and it's charged from a sherry butt. 50% ABV. I got this for £70 from Cost Cutter, I think it's called, in Dice. It's just a normal kind of shop, but it's got well, it's not really a normal shop, but it's a shop you wouldn't expect to have whiskey in it, but they've got a good whiskey collection up there. I went for this, I was on a course, I was a bit bummed out and I decided to buy myself a bottle and treat myself. So it's Old Malt Cask, it's Douglas Lane and Co, it says, which this used to be. I'm pretty sure they split up to Douglas Lane and Hunter Lane now own Old Malt Cask. So no chill filtration, it says here, no colouring and no nonsense. There's a lot of sediment in this whiskey, and I'm not sure if it's cork. I mean, that cork looks okay. It doesn't look too great, but I mean, it doesn't look like it's. I don't know how well you can see that, if that's focused or not. But it doesn't look like it's falling apart or anything. But I'm not sure if you can see the sediment there. But there's a lot of stuff in that. It would put some people off. But anyway, we'll get down to this and we'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So, like I said, it cost me £70, which isn't too bad for an 18-year-old whisky. The issue with Benrinnes, I feel, is when it's decent stuff, it tends to be really good. But when it's average, or even when it's, if it's not there, it's really bad. It's like a hit or a miss. I've got a couple Benrinnes that I've tried that I've enjoyed, so we'll see what this is like and we'll see if this is a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So the nose, it's spicy and it's sweet on the nose. I'm not sure if you can hear, but in the background there's a van going around asking for scrap metal, some gypsies or something.
Alright, bad fellas.
So hopefully you can't hear that, but anyway, it's sweet and spicy. Yeah, you might have heard that. It's there's a sweetness from like toffee and a spiciness from white pepper. There's custard cream, not custard cream. There's custard slices. Those kind of thin pastry layers. Two thin pastry layers with a big thick set custard in the middle. You usually get them in packs of 2 or packs of 4 from like a bakery. It's very spicy. It's a little bit off-putting with the spice, and it will need water, and I have got water here to add to it. It definitely needs the water. I'm just trying to see that my water has floaters in it as well. I think this water needs changed. That's great, lovely. But yeah, it's a little bit too spicy initially on the nose, so we'll add water and we'll see what happens to it then. The palate without water. Spicy again, really, really spicy. There's lots of cask influence, a bit too much oak, a bit too much wood. Yeah, it hits. It's strong. It's probably going to need some water to open it up. There is like a little bit of creaminess. I'm surprised it's sherry, to be honest. I feel like I'm getting more bourbon aspects to it than sherry. The mouthfeel isn't too bad. It's okay, but yeah, I think we're going to have to add water to this. It's just, it's way too much.
It's way too much. Way too much. Way too much.
Hopefully this water tames it down. I can't believe I don't know why there's bits of stuff in this. I hope I'm not going to die, get poisoned. I hope this isn't stale water. I don't think it's been lying that long. I did have it last night and I feel fine. I had this water and this dram last night to take notes. So I hope I'm not going to die or get poisoned. So nose with water, it becomes more perfumey, a lot more fragrant, and there's more sweeter elements here now with the water, specifically like castor sugar, vanilla syrup, the type you get in coffee or cafes. I was going to say coffee houses, but that sounds very American. Like the type you get in cafes or whatever, like Costa and Starbucks, that kind of sweet vanilla syrup. Salted fudge that's also quite creamy. Like kind of, not really caramel, but that kind of salted caramel, but salted fudge. I don't know if salted fudge is just a thing, but yeah, salted fudge is quite creamy, quite thick. The water really helps and benefits this nose for sure. Initially the nose was just not, well, it was better than the palate. But yeah, we'll see, and hopefully this has opened up the palate and the palate becomes a lot more tolerable, because it was a little bit off-putting. It's still so spicy. A lot of wood still there. There's banana toffee pie or banoffee pie, however you want to call it. Definitely like a kind of pastry. There's like that kind of element, and like I said, the banana and the toffee, it ties well together. Quite sweet, a little bit of fruitiness. But yeah, it's very spicy. I'm not sure if it's too much cask or if it's from the Benrinnes, but I've had Benrinnes before and I've not really experienced this spiciness. It's very spicy. There's salted pistachio nuts, a kind of bitter element coming here. There's a grass taste, and the only way I can relate it to is from the smell of it. But I'm going to say it's in the taste. But it's as if you've went and rushed to cut the grass, and you've cut it whilst it's damp. And you're getting those clumps of damp grass, or even if someone's cut the grass and then it's rained and they've left clumps of grass behind, it's that, but it's in the taste, quite grassy. It's not a pleasant grass taste at all. I'm not enjoying that grass element there. I think it's a little bit too overpowering or too evident, and the spiciness as well. It's very spicy. The finish is probably medium. It's herbaceous, something like sage, something just tying in with that grass element from the palate. It's continued on to the finish, and those pistachio nuts as well. They're coming through, maybe like a kind of pistachio cream or something like that. A kind of pistachio. I don't know if you do a pistachio butter, but when you're baking like a pistachio dressing or topping or kind of a sweet creamy pistachio substance, I don't know. So yeah, that's probably all I'm getting. We'll get down to the review, and if you're new here, how I do my reviews is I don't do a scoring system. I do it out of 3 factors, or I rate it out of 3 factors, and that's would I buy it again, do I think it's worth it, and would I recommend it. So would I buy this again? No. I definitely would not. It's not one that's hit the spot. It's definitely a miss here. I don't think it's worth £70. I mean, it's worth £70 looking at it on paper, but in practice, when you're drinking it and that, it's not worth £70. It doesn't taste like a good, it's not a good whiskey. I don't think it's a good whiskey. I think when I first opened this, it was alright. Or it might have, I can't remember what happened when I first opened this. That's why I like doing first look reviews, but yeah, it's not great. It's too spicy. The grass elements are there. It's got some redeeming qualities, like the banoffee, like the sweet castor sugar and things like that, but it's just got too many negative qualities for me. So would I recommend it? I'm on the fence about that, because normally I do not like, or I don't like not recommending things, a double negative. I feel bad when I don't recommend something, because everybody's palates are different and someone might like it just because I don't. But I wouldn't really recommend this. I need to give samples out to see if it's just me, see if it's just my palate or what. Because I know Ryan from Tabes, he's a big fan of Benrinnes. I'm pretty sure I need to send him a sample, see what he thinks, give him a dram of it. But yeah, I'm not enjoying this, unfortunately. It's just not hitting the mark for me. So I don't think I would recommend it. That's probably maybe the second time this has happened, or the third. It doesn't happen often where it gets a 0 out of 3, but this is a 0 out of 3. Unfortunately, it's a whiskey bin for this Benrinnes, for this Old Malt Cask Benrinnes. it's just, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can say. I don't want to just keep going on about how not nice this is. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.